Good morning, Year 6. This is Ms. Wad. I'll be teaching you social studies this year. This year we're going to be learning about ancient Sumer civilization. So last year and the previous years we learned about the ancient Greeks, the ancient Egyptians, the kingdom of Kush, and the ancient Romans. All of these were civilizations. So why do we call them as such? We call them civilizations because they were organized, they had large populations, they had recognizable laws and cultures. Right, so now we know what civilization means. Now, I'd like you to pause the video, take a piece of paper and a pencil, and write down any 3 facts you know about Iraq. Once you've done that, you can replay the video again. Now, I've written down 3 facts I know about Iraq. It's a country in the Middle East, very rich in oil, and had been in war for so many years. So like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be learning about the ancient Sumer civilization. That is where Iraq is now located. Who were the ancient Sumerians and where did they live? The ancient Sumerians lived in Sumer from 4000 BC. Today, Sumer no longer exists. The land is part of Iraq. The Sumerians built large cities and invented a written script, as in a written language. They had a significant effect on the world as it is today. Now, can you locate it on this map? It's right above Saudi Arabia, written in red and marked all around it with a red outline. Ancient Sumer in Mesopotamia. Now look at this close-up map of ancient Sumer. Can you read some of the city names? The Greeks later called this area Mesopotamia, meaning the land between 2 rivers. Now Sumer was in southern Mesopotamia. There were 2 rivers there, Tigris River and Euphrates River. So why do you think the people built their cities around the river? I would say because it's easy to farm. Let's learn more about that. Around 5000 BC, the people called Sumer moved into the land Mesopotamia. They formed the first towns and cities, planted crops, and began farming the land. 4000 BC, the Sumer people built temples for their gods. These temples are called ziggurats and can be found scattered around what is today called Iraq and Iran. 4000 BC, pottery is simplified from highly decorative vessels to plain, unpainted pottery. This was mass-produced by specialists on fast wheels. 3300 BC, the Sumerians started to inscribe on clay tablets, using pictures for words. They put these 2 together to form sentences, and one of the first forms of writing was invented. 3200 BC, the wheel is invented and is used on vehicles to cart things around. 3000 BC, the ancient Sumerians begin to use mathematics. 2700 BC, Gilgamesh becomes the 5th king of Uruk, modern-day Iraq. According to the Sumerian king list, Gilgamesh ruled for 126 years. In Mesopotamian mythology, Gilgamesh is a demigod. He is described as 2/3 god and 1/3 man with superhuman strength. 2700 BC, Enkidu is a central figure in Mesopotamian mythology. He is said to have been formed by the goddess of creation and sent to rid Gilgamesh of his arrogance. He is described as a wild man who was raised by animals and ignorant of human society. 2330 BC, the Sumerian people are conquered by the Akkadians, who established the Akkadian Empire. Now, timeline and maps. An activity for you. Use the ancient Sumer timeline ordering activity cards to order some of the events from the ancient Sumer and create your own timeline. Label the ancient Sumer map showing the rivers and some cities. Right, so this is the ancient cards and you've got the times at the bottom. I just want you to write down the time for each of the things. Next, you have the ancient summer map. I want you to label the rivers and the cities that you see. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you next lesson.